Thought we were finished. All right. Sounds real quiet.
Sorry.
We're back. It took us a long time to get mentally prepared for this episode.
Yeah.
Elections in just a few days. 5 days. 4 days.
That is right.
Breast cancer month's almost over.
And we're not even going to know who's going to be president until probably like 3 months in.
I know.
I know. There's going to be a lot of tension.
I know who's going to be president.
Oh, yeah. It's obviously going to be
Kamala Harris.
Joe Biden.
Oh. Hold up.
Yeah, yes.
Keep from any outside noise, protruding, intruding, and just generally fucking us up.
Yes.
Alright, so there's a lot of shit going on, dude. I mean, we missed months and months. The rioting is still going on a little bit. More people been killed.
In Philadelphia, there's been a lot going on.
Philly's been crazy. Philly, and that hits us a little close to home. Because it's a little close to home.
Yeah. It's a little close to home.
It's a little close to home. We don't live in that home anymore. But it's still close to family and friends.
Yeah.
Excuse that. That is the marijuana being crushed up. Because the deal with this world and talk about shit like this, I need to be high. Charlie started smoking weed again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He has a ponytail.
I don't. Not right now.
I
Slice.
don't have a ponytail anymore. You know what would help?
Ponytail can.
Nah, just like our chat box. I don't know where it's at, but we don't really need it because we don't actually talk to the chat. But I would like to have it. We sometimes talk to chat. I'm gonna just open it up on the phone.
If anybody has any valuable insights.
I mean, there's all kinds of things to talk about.
Yeah.
We do have somebody hanging out watching. Shout out to you. Turn this volume down, get this chat up so we can read it. I mean, like I said, there's a lot to talk about, but there's a couple things that really, we just started going into podcast mode here, sitting here talking, and it happens a lot. That's why we started doing the podcast. When we just get into these conversations that just take us to places of like, we thought that we should be talking about this with other people able to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, how else can I explain it? That just sounds like a clusterfuck of words, but I'm not high enough yet.
What? I think there's a little echo. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, there's no real order to this, but like, let's start off with like 50 Cent endorsed Donald Trump.
Yep.
50
Weezy.
Cent. I've been shot 9 times. Cent said, if Trump doesn't win the election, I'm moving out the country.
Wow.
That's what he said.
That's like a whole.
It's the reverse.
50-degree turn.
Now, I think he's trying to play it up as trolling now. He was trolling, I don't really feel like that, obviously. Whatever. 50, it is what it is. Either way, I'm not here to bash anybody for what they think, but, let's keep going. Lil Wayne, this is the big one. Lil Wayne, like you just said. Lil Wayne is endorsing Donald Trump. Just watching Hot 97 with Ebro and Paul Rosenberg. Rosenborg, I don't know how to say it. Jewish name. White dude. And they were talking about how especially Rosenborg, he was really saying that like.
Is it Borg?
Yeah, is that whatever, bro. Especially Rosenborg, he thinks that Wayne got a bag for it. I don't know, man. I do want to talk about this for a second because, like, do you think Lil Wayne took a bag for that? Do you think Lil Wayne doesn't have the capacity to care about the people of the country over money? I don't feel like Lil Wayne's ever just done stuff for money, like in his career. And when the Breonna Taylor stuff happened, and he said he doesn't support Black Lives Matter, and that he doesn't really believe racism is getting worse. He thinks it's a lot better than it was, and he caught a lot of shit for that. I mean,
Well, yeah.
it just lines right up with his beliefs.
No, because what happens is he might lose a lot more. He might not get the future sales if he doesn't do it. If it gets out that Trump asked Lil Wayne to, you know, speak, you know, out on how good he was doing.
He didn't though. That's
Yeah.
not what happened. I'm gonna give you the whole context of the meeting.
I mean, yeah, he said that he liked what Trump did with the some kind of incarceration rates or some shit.
No, he said he looked over Trump's platinum plan
Mm-hmm.
and he thinks it's a good idea. He likes it. He likes it. He thinks it's going to help the country. That's what I heard. Again, I didn't read the articles. I didn't hear anybody saying anything. I saw a picture of him and Lil Wayne standing on stage like they just won the fucking Olympic gold medal or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Were they holding their arms up? It just felt
yeah.
like Trump was holding Weezy. Ah, yes, I got my trophy. Yeah, I
They were holding
mean,
each other's hand and they brought it up like they're about to do a bow.
yeah, like Trump just got the trophy of Weezy. Like,
Yeah.
I got some black votes.
Yeah. He's definitely been honing in on trying to widen his base.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep going. I don't think that Weezy took a bag for it. Do I think that it might be a business move in some sort of way? Like maybe not towards financial gain, but in towards some kind of propulsion in the future, some kind of like, it's like a YouTuber thing, right? You do something for me, I do something for you. You show up in
Yeah.
my video, I show up in yours. Same type of thing, right? So I mean, I think it could be something like that, but I think Lil Wayne just really aligns with that side. It just adds up to the not believing in BLM and thinking that there's not racism and not really caring about capitalism or nothing like that.
Well, I think that's the whole thing, right? This isn't even a crux that comes to like it's
Mm.
not intersectionality on any point besides the fact that they both have money. Maybe Trump's like, yo, this platinum plan means that you're not paying
Well, no, they
this
both
much
also. What
taxes.
I was saying was like they both think racism's dead, or at least close to dead.
Yeah.
Like they line up. They both
But that's because you have money.
they both know about ratings,
Yeah.
rankings, being in the media. That lines up.
I mean,
They both probably signed to SAG, the Screen Actors Guild.
mm,
That might be the new gang.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying they do line up, and then like Kanye stopped supporting Trump, obviously,
Mm,
because he's running for president
yeah.
in like two states.
Yeah.
I want to be the president of Nebraska and Omaha. I
Yeah.
mean,
That would've been-
good for Kanye though. You know what? If you set out to do something, motherfucker got on some ballots though.
Yeah.
You know
and
what?
He probably got some votes. I want to see how many votes Kanye West has because he's going to be the one that everybody on the left or all the Democrats hate.
Whenever this election's over.
Yeah. If Biden loses.
When Biden loses.
I don't know, man. The way it's been, I know they're just playing shit up, but
No. Talking to real people, bro. Just talking like real people, like not listening to any news people at all, and just like watching what the real people are saying. I haven't had anybody come up to me supporting Biden though, like talking about Biden. Maybe it's because they're the ones that are scared to support Biden now in this country. It's like kind of reversed. Everything's flipped. I don't know. But so let's just okay. So 50 endorsed, backs out. Wheezy endorses. Waka Flocka endorsed. Fabio Foreign backs Trump. All these guys are doing it publicly. They're all backing Trump publicly now. What I want to say is like both of these candidates are trying the new media strategy. We're using the internet. Obama foresaw this. He said, "This is no longer the game. It's a whole new game. The internet is taking over, and we got to play the game right." Remember when Obama had the meeting with all the hip hop people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? So he invited like all like the big
That's
hip
like,
hop artists in the country
mm,
and had like this secret meeting with them about um
very on brand for Obama.
and but what it was about apparently was about ownership, about uh how to formulate plans amongst yourselves and run your shit the right way. You know what I mean? So that how you can make America work for you, I think is pretty much what it is. And
Mm,
how to pass that message on to the youth through your music if you so choose to. You know what I mean?
mm,
I think that was pretty much what that was about, which is a great thing. Because no matter if it's hip hop or not, he didn't do it because oh that's all the black people. He did it because hip hop artists have the most influence in
yeah.
music in the world right now, probably of
Yeah.
music. You know,
Oh,
so
sure.
that was like obviously like the way he was gonna go with it. But people look at it and say, oh, he's meeting with all these black rich people that create some kind of agenda, and it's not what
Yeah.
it was. It is an agenda, yeah, agenda to improve psychology of the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
And
like,
readiness for the youth for the world.
yeah, I feel like there was definitely a lot of like trying to just get support.
Well, no, that was not for an election. That was at the end of his last term. He like did that. That was like a going out present. Like I'm getting this done real quick. I'm gonna throw this
Mm,
in there. Like just it wasn't he wasn't reelected if I remember right. But
yeah.
so what I was getting at, they're using these new strategies, using the media, using these internet personalities in their favor because people
Mm,
don't watch TV anymore. The Nelk Boys are getting more views than any TV show on TV in a week, right?
yeah.
So like, and that TV show played like 6 times in that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like ridiculousness probably is like one of the shows that might be competing with like YouTubers, like keeping people alive, like
Mm.
keeping these like MTV alive at that point. I don't
And
even know. I don't watch TV.
and honestly, what's the whole point of that show? It's videos that you find online. You don't, you know, I mean,
Exactly, and it's just America's Funniest Video all over. Bob Saget is now Rob Dyrdek. I mean,
yeah.
and then there's new stuff. There's all that. They're just always making that show again because people just like to watch funny shit.
Yeah.
They don't care about all the extra storyline and on YouTube. If you don't want that, you don't get it. It's about a 5 minute video, 5 to 10 minute video, some good comedy, funny shit,
Yeah.
and then it's over. You don't even have to commit 30 minutes to it. You commit 10 minutes, do go about your day in between, go commit another 10, 20. Oh, I got time for 3 videos. I got time for one. You could break it
Yeah.
down, and that's just how it works. Or you're on Twitch watching video gamers, and while they're playing their games, you're playing your game. Or while they're playing your game, you're doing the dishes. You know what I mean? Like you're doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
stuff that you don't have to pay attention to anymore. We don't want.
That's
It's become to the point where our attention span is going like this, to where now it's like this. Like we'd
yeah.
rather just not have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Have that shit going like a radio. It's all radio again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. It's the 20s. We got the radios, podcasts. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've
Like
been saying
it's
that.
popping. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy. But I don't know how much else is gonna happen. Maybe we'll get a
but
depression or
so, you see they're employing these strategies. Kamala Harris, pretty much on the forefront of this whole idea, for a couple months now, has already been mingling and fraternizing with these YouTubers, these Twitch streamers,
oh yeah, as you do.
and then Biden nowhere to be found. Bernie out here fighting for Biden's life, like he didn't get screwed over for a second time.
Yep.
Kamala acting like she's gonna be the president, not the vice president. Um, Trump, on the other hand, it seems like either he's been waiting to like start late and like wait to the very close to the end of the election to pull all his cards, but Wayne,
Mm,
Nelk, like these cool kind of YouTubers, like he has like
yeah.
pretty much maybe the coolest YouTubers on YouTube, hardest working YouTubers on YouTube. The I hate to say it, best prank channel on YouTube. I mean, I can't
Mm,
think of one that's better. There might have been at a time like Vitalis and these guys, these fake prankers that were out there, but like these guys really do just like real hardcore, generic shit that you could tell they're not making it up. There's
yeah.
never been a part where I was like, is this staged? You know what I mean? Like anybody else, and these guys, they're funny, they're fun, they're partying, they drinking, chugging beers, they're smoking weed, they're doing all the cool shit, and they're fucking out here dancing on stage with Trump now. While Kamala's over here appealing to simps, streaming Fall Guys, no, not Fall Guys, Among Us with Pokemon. But I mean, I'm just saying.
How does that work? Like, how are they playing? Because all I know is it can either be on the phone or on the computer. I've never played it, but like, were they just doing it like FaceTime, like while they're playing it? Or
Well,
was it like
of course, yeah, they do it like a stream, right?
Okay, so they like both were in the same
Probably,
room.
probably not. Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't in the same room. Maybe they dual screened,
Yeah.
like shared a screen for the stream. You can do that.
Okay.
There's like new compatibilities I've seen recently that have like functions for that. I don't know, man. It seems like the Democrats are trying to appeal to people without intelligence more and more. You know what I mean? Whereas last election, I really thought it was the other way around. Cause like I'm gonna give you an example. We were just talking about the Nelk boys. Let's just bring up like Danny Mullen, right? Who you watch a Danny Mullen video, you say this is a racist, right wing, you know, uh, what's it called? Like just dirty comedian, YouTube comedian, right?
Yeah.
But like whenever you think about it and watch him hard, like I've watched him because I think he makes some funny jokes. You know, I do think there's a little bit too far on the right side of shit, like on the joke premises. But like that's just appealing to people's emotions, right? But outside of that, I think it's some funny stuff.
Well, I feel like he tries to get that
He aims
that
for that
spot.
Yeah, he aims for that spot though on the right though.
To not be completely canceled, but to like.
Well, I know, but so I've been studying it and watching, and I've been watching him since like the beginning, before it got really kind of like to this next level of shit. Because at first it was just kind of like an asshole, you know what I mean? Not really. It didn't seem like much racist humor, and still it doesn't really seem like much racist humor. Like he hangs out with people that are all races. He treats them all fairly. He's not mean to anybody when he's with them. You don't see any of that. He doesn't talk poorly of anybody. He does speak well spoken, and he is very descriptive in what he says, which tends to make people think something racist was said. If there's a black friend of his and he calls him Black Joe or something, you know what I mean? He does that on purpose to kind of get that extra, knowing that he's not saying anything racist by saying White Charlie. Yeah. Because there might be another person named Black Charlie that I mean, a black friend that you have the same Charlie, that you just say White Charlie and Black Charlie because that's to keep him from, it's not, there's nothing intended there, right? Yeah. The intent is not to be mean to nobody. But, so I was watching this podcast yesterday, or he went live yesterday, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, again, we're not supporting nobody. I'm not telling y'all to watch these people. I'm not telling you to go out there. I usually tell y'all, go find your own information. Just, this is the information I gathered, Charlie gathered from ourselves. Like, this is how we do it. We're just venting it out on the internet. But this is without the point. So I always feel like he was probably a little racist after a while. For a while, I was like, man, maybe he is just racist, right? And this is just like his outlet. And I'm like, nah, he's not racist. Yesterday when I was watching, because I could tell how happy he was about how like well everything was going, and like he can't see the chat. He's not looking at chat while he's going live. He's doing a show kind of thing, you know? Yeah. He's like over here, he has a guy directing it and reading the stuff and then sharing shit with them. You know what I mean? And like the guy on there they were doing call-ins. He was just like anybody that would like do like a super. He would call anybody, but like super chats were obviously easier to see the name pop up in the chat if they did a donation. And he was calling people, and the one guy's like, "Yeah," and I think a lot of people just don't realize like I'm like a libertarian, and then Danny's like, "Yeah, me too. I think I'm a libertarian," and I was like, "I've been calling that. I said that for a while now that he was a libertarian. I don't think he's a right wing. I think that he probably does support Trump, but it's hard to have Biden as your other choice right now, like, so I can't really blame anybody for who they support at all right now.
Yeah, I mean,
if you support Biden, you support Biden. If you support Trump, you support him.
One of them's mean on Twitter, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Like,
bro, people get so butthurt about being mean on Twitter. Like, yeah, bro, I hear people talking about, oh man, if only We knew how good we had it with George W. Bush. And I'm like, what? There are a million dead Iraqis.
Bro, let me say. Let me just get back to what I was saying though. We can go right back to this.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Because I had a big like lead in here. And I didn't plan it off. This is still off the cuff. So I respect Danny Mullen. He's really intelligent. I can tell he's really intelligent. His hard work and dedication. Just like I respect Nelk for what they do. And like trying to make content in this world, I can understand the difficulty that takes, right? Especially if you're creating such a stigma against yourself of being this kind of person, right? And even Nelk's been doing that a little bit too on the Trump stuff, just to like beef up a little bit of like comedy. It's like they're just beefing up the comedy with it. They're not like throwing it in people's face like saying vote Trump. It's just like Steve's being that stupid character, you know what I mean? Like anyway, so Danny Mullen ends the stream, the live stream. And at the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, everybody, thank you for coming, hanging out. I appreciate everything. This is a good episode." And the chat's been going crazy, saying like Trump 2020, 2020, all this other shit. It's not the normal chat where in YouTube chats. I don't know if everybody knows this. I'm sure everybody knows this. While you're watching the chat, the chat will spam like "Rip Lil Wayne," which happened. That happened the other day. That was like a lot of people were like, "All Rip Lil Wayne everywhere." That was when yeah, and they do that a lot, like rip Lil Wayne, rip this, rip that, and that was happening, but a lot of Trump 2020 was in there, right? And then like every now and then you see a Biden 2020, and then you could tell it's just like to get people going. You know what I mean? Like the Danny Mullen attack, like it was a Danny Mullen move, like Biden 2020, because at this point it's flipped to where you're the guy now that's you know what I mean? So it's like trying to be funny. Anyway, the end of the chat, end of the stream. He says goodbye to everybody. I didn't mean to spend this much time on it. It had to lead into this. And the chat fills up instead of like, okay, the internet says KK. It didn't say that.
Oh, did it have three?
It had 3 Ks. Everybody was spamming 3 Ks throughout the whole chat. And then you see like a Biden 2020 pop up. Which is not relevant. But okay, so imagine the context though. Let's just like use this now because I wasn't planning that. But like Biden 2020 popped up. That could be easily made to look bad. That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, I can 100% with my heart tell you that Danny Mullen is not advocating racism of any sort in that way. He's not fucking with them. You know what I mean? Like I could tell in my heart of like my history of knowing and studying him.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if he didn't put it out there,
no, there was nothing in there. He even literally was talking about how he's not racist in that very, very show. He was talking about how he's not racist, and like people just take the viewers were kind of talking. It was deep questions coming in, Yeah. But it was like, he had all kinds of people calling in, and it was like, at the end of the day, the people, their influence is going to hit whoever that hits, whether you wanted it to be them or not, right?
Yeah.
And I knew that he knows that's part of his target audience, and these are probably the guys that would be like, yeah, I'm paying.
He's just like,
I'm putting some money up for this guy because he got balls type shit. And catch your lick, dog. Like all I'm gonna say about that is what I was trying to say was, don't assume that just because like Nelk's doing Dancing with Trump on his stage, or Danny Mullen's like doing a bit about, or Danny Duncan's buying a Trump hat. You know what I mean? Any of these like YouTubers or like streamers are doing this. Don't assume that is like them supporting them. That is not them coming out and saying, "I think you should vote for blah blah because of this." It's not an endorsement. Is what I'm saying.
That's the whole thing. It's just
these guys. I think they think that you guys are smart enough to realize that they are not endorsing these people by putting them in their comedy shows. Remember, this is like, yes, reality TV took over, then YouTube became reality TV, like real reality TV, and now it's coming back full circle to where scripts are coming in, and like they've been in for a while now, but everybody's catching on to, oh, we got to write this, or oh, we got to think of a funny line real quick and then say it in the same situation, or rebuild reality around it, right? Like the strategy is we're gonna film our regular day, and then Whenever we find out, like, oh, there was one funny thing said, we're gonna add a couple more funny things around it, and then that's gonna be the cut for the vlog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the next thing, and the vlog becomes Friends, the TV show Friends, David Dobrik's and Jonah and all them guys, and then like any other vlogs you watch with families, and I don't watch it, so I don't know, but I'm sure it's all the same formats,
Yeah.
and but I don't know, man. It just seems like it's going to keep going back and forth. The more real you are, and then the more fake you are, people are going to keep gravitating to the opposite.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with doing it either way. I think, and there's nothing wrong with using Trump or Biden as part of your writing.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing, right? No, I agree. I mean, people are just gonna do stuff because that's what's gonna make them money.
Well, they also don't
especially
care.
in show business.
Yeah, and they also don't have any. They don't care.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, that's like Sacha Baron Cohen had Rudy Giuliani's dick on his.
Well, he had Rudy Giuliani pretty much getting his dick ready to fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But he did not. But Giuliani was not under the pretext that girl was 15. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't.
She was a reporter to him, so she had to be at least 18, and she's from another country. Yeah. He was not thinking she was 15. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it was just trying to fucking.
But yeah, no. Borat tried to play that up at the end. Not that Giuliani knew that, but he tried to pull that out over his head, like, oh, she's 15. She's 15. But I was like, he don't even know that though. I mean, that don't make no sense to him. Now he knew what happened. He just put 2 and 2. This is Borat.
Yeah.
Because Borat was just doing that other show and fucking with all the politicians.
Yeah.
And that might have actually been a skit from that show.
Yeah, that he saved, maybe.
That he said, fuck that. I'm putting this on a movie, bro. And I'm making Borat 2 with this. And the show's all about disguises. In the Borat movie, he had to wear disguises the whole time. He just wrote the script around that skit, bro.
Yeah, but what was the girl in the last one?
Bro, I don't know. I'm just saying. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe who knows? But it might not have been that. I'm just saying. Either way, it's genius.
I forget it.
Whatever I'm trying to say is don't think these people are voting for whoever they say they're voting.
Well, yeah.
Like the Avengers thing with Chris Pratt. I should have wrote that down. That's a good thing to bring up right now. Because like the Avengers thing with Chris Pratt, everybody's like, oh, he didn't show up to this go support Biden, let's go vote for Biden TV special or YouTube special the Avengers had, right? So, he's said that he's not political in the past. He's also very religious, openly religious Christian. Also, he likes to hunt, right? He has this like right wing aesthetic to him.
Yeah.
And he decided not to show up for that, right? No one said anything to Brie Larson for not being there, because Brie Larson has the left wing aesthetic hard. Yeah. She's literally the woman that everybody hates that's still doing her thing and making it. You know what I mean? That's like her kind of thing right now. Everybody hates me for what I am. Yeah. I love Brie Larson though. I do. Ever since she hosted for Jimmy Kimmel, I just seen it all. I was like, yeah, she's like a class act.
No, I like her.
And she was looking fire that night, but that wasn't why. She was looking fire that night. Look up, go watch this. I'm going to endorse this. Look up the episode of Jimmy Kimmel when Brie Larson hosted. Oh my God, dog. It's the most crazy thing in the world. But she was like on point, dude. She was just like, it was almost like an OG came in and hosted like David Spade or something. You know what I mean? It was like almost like
she knew what she was doing.
Oh, she knew what she was doing. Yeah, she held that shit down. Like,
I mean, obviously, I guess to get to that point, you have to go through the rehearsals and everything, like before you do it.
But she also is a.
But I mean, yeah,
she's a long working actress. She's been in the game for.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, child actress growing up, and like
it's cool to see people do things a little different, though.
Yeah, I never had a problem with Captain America or Captain Marvel. I never had a problem with Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, because I did speak out against Captain Marvel many times. I had a problem with Captain Marvel coming out and getting the first female Avengers movie, comic book movie, up for the Marvel side.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can say is at least like Wonder Woman got the first female-led movie, a
Yeah.
comic book movie. That's a good thing because I think that was fair. But yeah, I don't think Jeff Bezos and all. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, let's go to Jeff Bezos next.
Well, hold on. I just have one more point to
Yeah,
make about Nelk and like
yeah.
meeting with Trump. Could you even imagine how fucking dumb it would be if they met up with Biden? Like, how would they interact?
Oh yeah.
How would Biden
It doesn't
and
make
Nelk
sense.
ever interact?
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
Biden would get a little too close to him, or
Well,
maybe like Nelk would just try to like hug him and then like hug him too long.
Smell him. They would prank him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to not prank him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. He's like
exactly. But also, like you said, it doesn't make sense. If I'm writing my show, I'm not gonna write something in there like supporting Biden because it doesn't make sense to our brand. We're like the counterculture. We are the counterculture, which seems to be Trump right now. It's not really. It's just like kind of like to get shits and giggles going. That's all. And I like all the writing. I like the guys that write it. I like the guys that don't write it. Like I do respect like the Ross Creations and JDons and Holding Christians way more like than and Danny Duncan's more than like the style. I respect their style way more than like the Nelks and stuff.
It's a little more organic, I guess.
But it's also easier.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's not as much work. Best. Yeah, it's also easier. And like what Nelk does is hard fucking work. So got to give it to him. But yeah, let's go to like we can go to Jeff Bezos or Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah.
Everybody just okay. Let's just go to before this. All the things that everyone stopped talking about, like your girlfriend.
That's not my girlfriend.
I mean,
yeah.
But the thing is, like, let's just like start thinking of things like Pizzagate.
Yeah. I mean,
let's just think of all the things. No, think of all the things we could think of that they're not talking about. Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
What was that website called? That was selling people cabinets named Susan and shit. We got it probably in our notes somewhere.
I feel like some of that
Wayfair?
Some of that's just filler though.
Wayfair?
Yeah.
I mean, look at everything everybody's not talking about. There's so much.
There's been more police shootings.
There's more of that, and then less reaction to it. It's becoming normalized.
Yeah. I don't hear about protests that much anymore. I mean, maybe that was the strategy, was to cover them so much and then like just drop off, and then like people are like, "Oh, thank God." I
don't want to hear about it anymore. Maybe it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's not. I mean,
I think it is
some local stuff, but
all right. So let's just like Chrissy Teigen thing where she deleted all her tweets and unfollowed like 1 million people, and like in those assortment of tweets were like,
really weird shit
about eating babies.
Yeah,
it was literally about like sometimes I this isn't like exact quote, but this is like damn near exact. Suddenly, a magical panda unicorn appears. This is an exact quote, but it's really close to exact. And she said, like, when I see a really cute baby, sometimes I can't help but think scrumptious.
Yeah, I mean, that's not like...
Yeah, but with all the other ones, when you start putting them together...
That's not the one that did it for me.
No, that wasn't the one. Like... I'm just saying, like, that was, like, on top of all the other ones. It's like...
Yeah.
Of course, people say, "Oh yeah, so good, I can eat you up," right?
Yeah, but no, she's just fucking weird, man. I don't know. She says a lot of weird shit. I don't know if she's like in a child eating or molesting cabal.
Yeah.
But I think that she's definitely like, she just tweeted something about making her nurse dress up as a plague doctor. Like,
yeah.
What?
So like let's like go back.
I mean, is that grifting? Is she trying to grift? Is she trying to be like the offensive?
What we're talking about right now is the things that the politicians aren't talking about. Like, and yeah, everything's a conspiracy theory because nowadays you don't know what's real. But yeah, she's on some weird shit, bro. She like yeah, like you said, she had the maid or
Yeah,
doctor maid
her nurse or
dressing up
something.
with one of them old pointy mask things. That I've been seeing that imagery around a lot lately.
Yeah,
Where else did I see it recently?
it's well,
I mean, it's always been around.
I've seen a lot of it during like COVID and shit, like
Yeah, but no,
playing
it's from
doctor
before that.
nurses.
That was also associated with some other time period era, not just then. It was like another instance where that was. I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it.
You're talking about the Black Plague, right?
Well, no, no. I know that's like
Yeah, I mean that's the one that you're saying,
saying
not that one.
not yeah, not
Yeah,
when they were actually real, like the regular thing. I'm talking about like there was another thing about them in my lifetime that I remember of like some weird thing associated with it. Anyway, it's
hmm.
all weird, bro. Just like Bezos sliding his way into media slowly.
Yeah.
So like Pat, a couple years ago, we seen him.
I mean, he's been buying up a lot of internet news sites,
What?
and he also
Yeah,
bought
a
the
couple years ago
Washington
though.
Post
A
or
couple years
something.
ago, he shows up at the Emmy Awards. What was it? The movie award, Oscars. He's
Yeah.
like at the Oscars. I think it was like Ricky Gervais out there, and
Hmm.
they're all. He's like running everybody, yo, talking shit about everybody about the Hollywood Elite and how
Yeah.
they're eating kids and like all this crazy shit, bro. Like pedophiles.
Yeah.
He's like calling them all pedophiles in the room. That was that year.
That was really good.
Like he was like on some shit, bro. He's like, yo, this is some fucked up shit y'all got going on.
Mhm.
We can go deep into the theory of why how America really happened. And it might have just been a whole bunch of fucking pedophiles that were trying to get away from Britain so they can come over here and fuck kids. Because that's what it sounds like. You ever read The Crucible?
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
that's going too deep. Too deep.
I mean, I mean,
We can
I
get there.
mean, look, I didn't really. I mean, yeah,
Has it
that's
been
entirely
confirmed that it
possible.
is Hunter Biden in that video? I don't know the video. We can watch the video. We are going to talk about Biden. Let's just get to Biden. Hunter Biden. This is
Yeah,
what we're talking about in this whole podcast. Started off with this.
Hunt or Biden.
I read this story. It's a biography of Joe Biden. Oh, the foot job video. Yeah, you seen it? Oh, I can't show that. But
Wait, you saw it?
yeah, can you send us the link though? We'll watch it and you'll see us live reacting to it.
Oh no, I don't want to see that.
We'll turn it off if we have to, but we'll do a live react to it. If you can send me the link on Discord, Panda, we will definitely live react to it right now. You can close your eyes, whatever. That's a live react, whatever. Let me just read this story. It was hard to jerk off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what NGL means though. Not gonna lie. Okay, got it. Okay, this is a story. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, if it's based on facts, but this is something I read. Apparently about Biden's life. Old man Biden, right? Old man Biden, aka Joe, and his first wife Nelia had three children: Hunter, Bo, and Naomi. In 1972, Nelia and Naomi died in a car accident. Okay, so it wasn't his daughter. His wife and his daughter died in a car accident in 1972. This just shows you how old this motherfucker is. Joe eventually married a woman named Jill. He already knew her because she had been Hunter's babysitter at the time of the car accident. Yeah, that seems normal, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not reading that part. But so this already shows Hunter was the oldest, right? And he's seen his babysitter became his mom. Already, he's getting fucked up. If this is true. They had a daughter named Ashley. So the babysitter and old man Joe have a daughter named Ashley. So now we got Bo, Hunter, Ashley. Ashley lives a quiet life and is frequently in and out of rehab for various substance abuse issues, apparently. His daughter. Now, sadly, the sanest, most normal one of the three surviving kids, Bo, dies in 2015 from a brain tumor. He had been married to Haley, and they had two children, a boy and a girl named Natalie, who was 11 years old when her dad died. They're being very descriptive on the girl Natalie and not the boy for
Yeah,
a
what was the
reason.
boy's
They
name?
didn't say. There's a reason. This is more about this. Who was 11 years old when her dad died. Enter Hunter Biden. In 2015, to comfort his brother's widow. Mind you, Hunter's married at the time to Kathleen Biden since 1993. He starts screwing around his dead brother's wife in 2015. His wife Kathleen finds out about it and they separate. Hunter moves in with his dead brother's wife, Haley, and her 2 kids. They have a grand old time. Okay, we got the video. Panda sent the video. He ultimately gets divorced from Kathleen in 2017. Meanwhile, he starts screwing around with a stripper. Now, mind you, he's with his brother's girlfriend, his brother's wife. He's fucking her. She got 2 kids. His niece and nephew live there. Like, you're doing this in front of your niece and nephew, dog. Like, you're making it seem like it's okay for like family to have sex with each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know y'all ain't related, but it's like making that kind of weird thing, you know? Anyway, I'm not getting that doesn't have nothing to do with the story. Alright. So he's fucking around with a stripper. Hunter, baby Biden. Before his divorce is finalized, gets the stripper pregnant. Gets kicked out in 2018. He denies the stripper baby is his. Paternity test, bang, you lying. You are the weakest link, goodbye. You the pops dog. What's his name? Maury.
Yeah.
Alright. Then it comes out, Melissa in 2009, assistant. Her name was Melissa, the stripper. Okay. I'm just trying to get rid of the glamorification that they put in here. I seen the Panda. I'm gonna put it on in a second. Now we go to the laptop. This jumps to the laptop now. He goes to get his laptop dropped off in Delaware. Doesn't go pick it up. It's $85. They say it's ours. You didn't pay us. We're keeping it. The owner sees the stuff in it. Goes to the FBI. They don't want to hear it. Department of Justice. They don't want to hear it. Eventually, it goes to Rudy Giuliani's possession, and he turns it over to Delaware State Police after making 4 copies of the hard drive. So Giuliani made 4 copies of it, and then turned it over to the Delaware Police, because he was probably like, yeah, this is gonna be. He knew that he was gonna need it. Or anyway, in politics, them motherfuckers got all kinds of different shit like this. This isn't like just like, oh, this is the only piece of evidence of its kind.
Yeah.
All these guys got this kind of shit out there that you can get on them if you want it, right? I mean, this isn't hard to believe. So, they look at it. So, this is what apparently was on here. Turns out there's quite a lot of child pornography on there. Much of it involving children on Hunter's many trips to China. The Chinese Communist Party uses this as blackmail tactic. They supply the young girls, they film you, unknowingly, and then they can keep you in line while paying you the big money to do their bidding, like lucrative deals with your VP father. Millions of dollars paid to Hunter Biden for favors with the U.S. government while Joe Biden was VP under Obama. 8 years Hunter made the contacts and split the money with his father, Joe. Sold out his country and used his meth head son to do it. But it gets worse. Today, on the laptop, emails were released between Beau Biden's widow, Haley, and Joe Biden in 2017, and more in 2018, when she and Hunter were still living together. They were casually talking about Hunter's continually sexually inappropriate behavior she had witnessed from Hunter towards her 14-year-old daughter, Natalie, his niece. She told Joe that she felt she had put her children in a dangerous situation by getting involved with Hunter Biden. Joe knew his son was screwing around with his niece, and he advised his daughter-in-law to go to therapy. No one went to the police, and the abuse escalated. That is the main reason she broke off a relationship with Hunter, not because of the stripper. And Asian children he's fucking. Like, she didn't care about that. She didn't care about this. She cared about him trying to fuck with her daughter.
But only some of this
Asian
has come
children, there
out.
were hundreds of provocative pictures of 14-year-old, mainly topless, and hundreds more of Hunter Biden in sexual poses with her, his niece. She was 14 years old and he was 48. So there's apparently photo evidence on here of him. I'm not even going to read anymore because it does seem like a glorified story. I don't know where it came from. But what this makes me kind of think and realize out of this whole thing is Hunter Biden might be blackmailing his own family, aka his dad, old man Biden, who he knows is a fucking prick, a bad dude, fucking babysitters, doing bad signing bad deals and stamping approval on bad bills in the Congress. Evil shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That he feels like it ain't no big deal if he's just hurting him. Doesn't really maybe even realize anything outside of his own world. Thinks he's only hurting his dad. Doesn't see that the whole world is affected by this and you need to be destroyed right now. Fucking uh Mojo Jojo.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, it just seems, bro.
but the thing is, I don't think all of that's come out.
No, no, none of this is the photos with his niece. I don't know. They're not.
Yeah.
There's none of
I
that. But
mean,
they
I
have the
don't know.
videos of the Chinese girls, and they're. I don't know, bro. But it's gonna come out. We have 5 days to the election,
Bro,
so
if
we'll see. At the end of the day, I still think that he might be blackmailing his dad after all that loss that Joe's seen. He might be trying to hang on to the little bit of family children he has left. His daughter's in the rehabs in and out. His son is at least a functioning addict, as he knows how to pay for his drugs. This is how like a parent might look at it, though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I
oh,
mean, someone like Joe
I don't have
Biden
to
has
keep sending him money. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of parents might, or a lot of them kind of people might think about it. They're holding their own down at least. I don't have to pay them.
and especially a career politician. Like that's like I don't know. I don't disbelieve it, but at the same time, I don't know. It seems like a lot. Like how long was if this is like if this is true, how long has he been holding on to all this information for? You know what I mean? Has he been holding on to it for like months or years, and he didn't want to say it until the very last minute, which could have put more people in harm? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, what if he did that, bro? What if he did that a year ago? You think Bernie would have got the nomination?
bro.
I
Oh,
mean, I don't know.
I mean,
Probably not, but still, I think he
no,
would have had a better chance.
no. Bernie wouldn't have. Kamala would have. We know that now.
Yeah.
But that is a good question. Was Joe Biden really the best person in Democratic? Hell no. Was Donald Trump the best person the Republican Party can come up with? Hell no. I mean, are you ever going to get the best person? No. Like the best
The
person
best person
doesn't want no
depends.
part of
It all
it.
depends on who, like, what you need to happen. You know what I mean? It all depends on what you need. They're the best person for every, you know, if you want to start a war to get some oil, you're going to ask some other people.
Yeah, whoever you think's the best person is in your best interest, right? So
Mm,
it's hard to say what's best and what's wrong, what's right and wrong. You can't ever find out anymore, especially with all the media influence. But let's look at this. We're gonna watch this video. This is our reaction to the foot job.
man, this is going to put us on a
Hunter
list.
Biden with a foot job video.
We're going on a list for this.
Whatever.
Wait, hold on. Is the kid? Wait, what? How old is the person giving him the foot job?
Oh yeah. How old is the kid giving a foot job?
The kid.
Oh, it's a kid. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no, no.
We're not gonna watch it. Yeah, we can't watch that. How old are they supposed to be? You can't see that person really. It still is probably super illegal for us to watch that.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying they could be
Yeah,
tracking this shit. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, that's like, bro, we
I
got
mean, what
mail.
do I need to know if it's him? I don't even know what Hunter Biden really looks like, to
I
be
saw
honest.
something was going around on Facebook, and it had stills of it, but all you could see is the foot. And then you see his niece, and there's a picture of her, and then on her foot has like this. I don't know if it was
It's just
photoshopped or
is that
what.
he said it's just Hunter Biden in the foot that you see.
All right, so just that alone drove the narrative to us thinking it was a child. Because not just him,
Yeah.
but anybody in that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But why else would it be scandalous?
that's the thing is it could just be regular scandalous and not like that fucking scandalous. And then like it just like it muddies. We might be like, oh well, that's whatever. If it was someone a consenting party that was of age, you know what I mean?
Well, we don't actually have any agreement with Twitch or anything. We can do whatever we want. It's not about that. It's about what's right and wrong. And if it is a child rubbing their feet on a 50-year-old man's dick, again, it's not something I want to watch. And I don't even know. I did want to just like watch it to see our reaction to it, but I know my reaction's gonna be bad. Either way, we kind of got the grasp of it. I'm selling the video for $10 if anybody wants to know. Joking. I mean, the shit's fucked up, bro. Whatever Hunter Biden's got going on, this has put a wrench in the Democratic Party's thing. But they take these risks, bro. Look who they nominated last time. Hillary fucking Clinton.
Yeah.
They were lucky that she's really good at cleaning her shit up. And she's really good at fucking rubbing that pussy juice money all over the fucking government to where they just ignore whatever she does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, that's what happened. She walked through trial. She walked in and out the courtroom. They made her go, but she didn't get in no trouble. It was nothing. Like, that whole email thing, everybody forgot about that. That happened, like, while we were podcasting. Remember? We were talking about it. She didn't get in no trouble.
It went from beyond that, though. I mean, that was from a while ago.
Yeah, that was from years ago. Yeah. And I mean, but look at all the shit she was doing. And then, like, it's always emails with these Democrats. Like, motherfuckers. Who the fuck uses email? Who the fuck uses email? And let's just open up everybody's emails. Right? Isn't that what the Democrats would want?
Yeah.
Isn't that what the Democrats would want?
It doesn't matter.
Let's look at everybody's emails. And then we'll see who's evil. And then we'll put them all in jail.
Right, that would be better. But they would rather withhold that information and be able, Verizon and all these companies be able to have that information at the ready to hold you, to, you know.
Well, the FBI.
Blackmail you or some shit, you know.
The FBI needs to subpoena all that information. We look at everybody in the whole fucking country's emails. Well, with the search, you search through them for keywords, for secret text, things that don't make sense to Google. You can create an easy program for that.
Even then, that's gotta be insane.
They got supercomputers, dog. Yeah. I know the FBI got a supercomputer.
Quantum fucking.
Yeah, they got a couple of them. They're just chilling with it. So you just open everybody's fucking emails in the whole world and fuck it. Because that's what they want anyway. I got nothing to hide. I don't think people should be invaded their privacy like that. But with all these evil motherfuckers right now going on in the world, there might not be an option. And that's like the farthest thing from where I stand in my position to anything is look at everybody's shit.
It doesn't matter though, bro.
Why?
Because, like, what are we going to do about it?
We're going to take them out. The government.
No, that's the thing is they have you. They're like, look.
They don't got me. So what were you talking about earlier?
Look at all these scandals that happen. What does anybody do?
Okay, so like the voting thing. Let's go to the voting thing.
Yeah.
Indulge on the voting thing. Remember how we got the letters?
Oh, yeah. So we got these letters from the voter participation committee or center or something.
It's not even a real thing.
And like we've been getting mail. I don't know about anybody else, but we've been getting tons of mail about, voting, go vote, blah blah blah. It's like every other thing I hear about. Which I guess is understandable, but like
go vote, guys.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's the election and like I guess it was the same way when Obama ran and Hillary ran. I didn't remember it being like this out there, but maybe it's just like media has gotten better at doing that.
Is it too late for everybody just to write fucking Bernie in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But here's the thing though. It says on there that your vote remains confidential, but whether you voted or not does not remain confidential. That's public record. So like what does that mean? What does that imply?
Like they're allowed to keep record if you voted. So if you didn't vote,
public record, anybody can know.
Anybody can know if you voted or not. But they can't know who you voted for. What is the point of knowing if you voted or not? Knowing for if you're gonna know if I voted at all, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be allowed to have that information of whether I voted or not, because then, it's my privacy again. Just like you're not telling them who I'm voting for, you shouldn't tell them if I voted.
Yeah.
Because that's not anybody's concern but mine. And if I don't want to vote, which I don't, I'm not voting. I'm that guy. Fucking hate me. I don't care. I'm not voting. I don't want to vote. I'm also a felon, but I can vote. I'm allowed to vote in Florida. But I'm not voting. That's it. Bottom line. And that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment, and it's like, what are you gonna? What it seems like a malicious type of thing. Like they bolded it out and everything.
How about the
You
thing
know.
about Snoop Dogg? Did you see Snoop Dogg ran this whole campaign and how he's voting for the first time?
Oh really? Yeah, I mean it's everywhere.
Yeah, you have the right to not vote. But yeah, Snoop Dogg said, "I'm voting for the first time in my life." I'm not. I'm still not voting for the first time in my life ever.
But
Like
that's what
ever, I'm never voted yet. I'm not.
if there's any metric for understanding whether or not you believe in the system and believe in the bullshit, then like that's like to believe that politics really does that much besides like a down ballot scale.
All I'm
It's
saying,
a way of seeing whether you buy into it or not. So
yeah,
then when you find that someone isn't voting, they don't buy into it enough to go and do all that shit, then like what do you do with that list of people? You know what I mean?
yeah, and
If you're Joe
also,
Biden, could be or Donald Trump, oh they're leftists or they're
well,
communists or some shit.
also what I was gonna say was like, um, if you're voting, I'm not gonna be the guy that says voting doesn't matter. But every time I've ever done any research on the polls and watched the numbers at the end, to me it seems like voting doesn't matter. Also, like it is good to like feel like you're taking part in something that involves you, but when it just feels like it and it actually doesn't actually
Yeah,
take a part in it,
yeah,
um,
it's symbolic.
you need to recognize that, dude, and like not you, I'm
Yeah,
saying that you need to recognize that and just like not be swayed by these people that are being paid to talk on TVs and computer shows, and I call them shows because they're all TV
yeah,
shows, like
yeah.
right. So it's a computer show, TV show, whatever. These Netflixes and all these famous people. These motherfuckers are paid. You know what they do for a living? What they're paid to do? Read what it says on paper.
Yeah,
Let's flash back to Ron Burgundy,
yeah. It's just
Anchorman. If you don't know
professional
it,
lying.
Ron Burgundy, go to Anchorman.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a perfect
It's an
metaphor for this.
old movie.
An old movie from the vaults of time.
Yeah, that was cutting edge.
But he would always read exactly what it said on the teleprompter. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
These guys aren't getting paid. These guys aren't going on TV without a paycheck, no matter what.
and if they aren't, then they got suckered. They got suckered into doing it for free. That's I mean,
Okay, good topic. Let's lighten up the mood. Is the Earth flat? Good question, Panda. Shout out to Panda. Anybody watching, go follow Panda because apparently he doesn't like people following him, and so do it, right? But is the Earth flat, Charlie?
I'm following Panda right now. No, what? Well, I saw a really cool thing on the internet. It was like a picture, a diagram that made a lot of sense to me. The Earth was flat, and then a meteorite came and hit it, and it tilted it, and it just started flipping and started going really fast. You know what I mean?
And then that's where clay came from.
Yeah, and then well, it's just that's just how it is right now. It's just spinning so fast. It's just one thin thing that like all the matter just it's so fast it doesn't matter because you're always gonna touch it. So it
Oh,
makes
the
sense.
Earth's moving it's flat,
Yeah,
but it's moving so fast that it's creating a cylindrical object
yeah,
that as you take a step, it's moving at such a pace that it's always underneath you.
yeah,
Like no matter what, within that time that you're taking the step, it's gonna probably be under your foot like 6 times.
yeah. Because you're like so slow compared to it that it's
Ah,
just like you're always stepping on a part of it.
well, I did. There was a point where I thought the Earth was flat, and then Bob said it wasn't.
Yeah, BLB's got the.
Yeah,
He knows.
no, the Earth's not flat. I don't think that one's. I don't think that's a good one.
That's like just like go on an airplane. Look outside.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one to prove. Do I think that all of us are in a TV show that everybody has their own TV show somewhere that someone's watching,
Maybe.
or at least being pitched
Yeah,
until
yeah.
they start getting good and then someone accepts it? Maybe. I always felt like there's somebody watching.
Yeah.
All my life, I felt like there was somebody watching.
What if the surveillance state
Do you
was
think this
just
is just a simulation? I think this is just a podcast, to be honest. That's a deep question that I've actually watched a lot
this
and
is a
researched a
simulation?
lot. You talking about life, reality? It would make sense because everything's in patterns, right? Everything in our reality moves in a pattern. There's a pattern to everything. That's why there's people that could Nostradamus and shit. What they did was study the patterns,
Mm.
and what he used the stars a lot, and like, but like these modern day guys, they're using like historical events and the stars, but they have all that knowledge and they just combine it.
I
There is
mean,
an answer to this question. Yeah, I mean, in that aspect, yeah, your brain is simulating. Well, yeah, that's confusing.
what if you're just like an alien that just hit some space weed and like this is all just like a
A
hallucination?
bad fucking a DMT trip,
Yeah,
an alien DMT trip, and
yeah.
then in like,
And it feels like forever.
yeah, right.
And then you wake up and you're an alien.
How many dreams have you had where it felt like forever, and then you woke up?
Yeah.
So is DMT just a pathway to our subconscious? The
Well,
really the switch of conscious and subconscious realization, right? So like you lose contact with your conscious and connect with your subconscious instead in place of it. Kind of like if you're changing your operating system.
yeah. Yeah. There's some kind of chemical shit that goes on that. I just saw a thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, our lives could be just a sim game for somebody, or like, or our whole universe could exist on a cell of another creature in another universe. A
Yeah.
whole another gigantic universe, which is actually, I think, a well-recepted theory nowadays. Like that, there's just tiny sub-universes within each universe and everything.
Yeah. Like on Adam on my fingernail could be a whole nother.
Because why would there be a limit to the size that matter could be? There isn't. There can't be.
Yeah.
There has to be subparticles and everything.
The Fibonacci thing, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's like the special thing. That's the special number.
Yeah, I think that's the best approach. Is like, yeah, you can't like dwell on these kind of ideas, like, because it will drive you mad. Because there's like no way to actually tell. But
And
like, and that's also like the Mandela effect thing, right?
yeah, and also there's nothing you can do about it. Like, what are you gonna do? You're
Yeah.
gonna try and just wake up from your space dream, or you're gonna just go out of the simulation?
Have you ever tried to control something you can't? It will never go good for your psyche, right?
Yeah,
So like, you lose your mind trying to control things you can't. So it's not worth trying to control things, right? But like the Mandela effect, like where people just like, and like I saw this girl on what's that little Asian dude from Mad TV's name? You know what I'm talking about?
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's girlfriend like really broke down how simple the Mandela effect is to explain of like how our brains operate and we reconnect memories and put puzzle pieces in places where they don't actually fit right and like add different scenarios from other scenarios that happen that make it make sense to our memory because we're forgetting parts of it and we clean it up, right?
Mm.
I mean, there's some things that and like so like you see one thing, you see like um Looney Tunes spelled with two O's, right? Or whatever. Or you see it or spelled with two O's for tunes or U for tunes, right?
Yeah,
And you've seen so many things that have done it both ways that it's easy to suggest to your mind that it was one or the other. And by seeing it one way and not really ever realizing it was that way instead of the other,
Yeah.
you say, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like that is a pretty normal thing that happens. Like the
Yeah.
human mind.
It's not hyper intelligent, right? We're not hyper intelligent. And like I always try to say that. Like when people the biggest thing, and this is why pride is like I always talk about pride, but pride is like a bad thing because it takes away from your ability to realize how dumb you are. Because if you're not willing to accept being wrong because of pride,
Mm.
you're not willing to recognize how dumb you are, and not just you, all of us are. Every human being in existence. We're all fucking idiots. We're still just animals. Like, we're still, yes, we're above other animals in intelligence, but we're still not to the point that we can control our decision making, and we're easily influenced by things like the media and the fucking different things and social standings and fucking monetary standings and whatever else it is. By the way, we have a real conspiracy theory right now in Sweden. Go for it. What is it?
Oh.
A real conspiracy theory.
Okay.
So it's real. I don't know what real conspiracy theory means, but
Oh well. Also, there's another thing with that too. It's the human mind pays attention to the edges of words more than the middle of it. So like,
oh, that too, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying like,
Well,
yeah,
that's another thing I'm saying.
it's
So
like
you
a million
easily,
different
there's
things.
millions of different ways to
Yeah.
explain the Mandela effect. Have you heard about the cruise ship Estonia? Sounds like I have heard of that. It was a boat that sank in 1994 in the Baltic Sea outside of Sweden. Okay. 900 plus people died. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, so let's reset the pace. There's a cruise ship, Estonia, out of Sweden, that sank in the Baltic Sea in 1994 with a casualty of over 900 people dying. Casualty rate of over 900.
94, you said?
1994. So like the year you were born.
No, that's wrong.
The
It's incorrect.
official story is that the front part got loose because of the bad weather and sank. The front part of the boat, a piece off the front of the boat, got loose and and sank. Okay, bad weather, bang bang, rustled something off, wasn't in good, whatever, sank the boat. Okay, keeping up. Now they've released a documentary. Now they've released a documentary that shows a hole in the boat at the bottom of the sea that doesn't match up with the official story. Okay, does it look like it got like shot? A little submarine action.
Probably insurance.
Oh, insurance. So what's the theory? I mean, what's going on? Was it Sweden? The story is that the U.S. tried to get weapons from the Soviet by shipping it on that boat without anyone knowing, and the Russians might have blown up the ship to stop it.
Oh.
Wait, what's the difference between the Soviet and the Russians? So if they're selling them to America, then why would they blow it up?
Wait, when was this? 94? Oh, you know what? They might have, because that's when it like all like flipped over,
This is
right?
Bill
In the
Clinton.
Soviet Union. So, or it was like right after that.
Soviet was the United States of East Europe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the Soviet Union.
Mm.
Oh, so the Russians, the people that were trying to break up the Soviet Union? Well, no, so Russia was pretty much the Soviet Union was pretty much Russia holding these other countries under their elbow, right? Like kind of leaning off of them and saying, "Yeah, you're our little bitches. You're part of our shit. Deal with it." Right? It was kind of like a old kingdom kind of thing.
Yeah, I
Like you're in
mean,
our kingdom, but you're part of us. And that's
yeah.
kind of why it all went sour, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, Soviet ended in 1991, so the U.S. probably won. Yeah, so like this was like Ukraine stuff, right?
Sort of.
There's a
I
bunch of
mean,
countries in the Soviet Union.
the
Let's
whole
see.
thing was like,
What countries were in the Soviet Union?
According to Wikipedia, the Soviet Union was created by the treaty between Soviet Socialist Republics of Belarus, Russian Federation, Transcaucasian Federation and Ukraine, which became Union Republics of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, Ukraine. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you meant like the situation in Ukraine.
No, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Since it was a lot of chaos in Russia at that time, a lot of weapons was lost, and that is worth a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah, there were like Americans like leaving Russia when it was collapsing.
Yeah.
Like, or
Leaving
the
the
USSR.
Soviet Union.
Yeah, the Soviet Union. When they convinced them to take capitalism instead of communism, they took like mad shit with them.
Yeah.
Back to the U.S. Like they kind of robbed them a little bit.
Oh, I believe it. I mean,
right after they convinced them.
What does the U.S. do?
Yeah.
They rob people.
I mean, yeah.
They rob their own people. Come on, dog. They're robbing people right now of their intelligence by creating school systems for them, teaching them bullshit in it, not teaching them how to fucking survive in the world, which is the main point. And then having them pay for these people, pay for all this shit, but moreover paying to support people that are the ones doing it to them. Putting their hard-earned money forward for the ones that are fucking doing it. By sending Biden $5, by sending Trump $5. And this is where Trump thrives. Because Trump isn't one of those people that were doing it. Like, he wasn't one of those people that were signing these laws, that were officiating the way the country was read. He was taking advantage of how those guys were writing the shit, yes. And then it goes, hey, I'd rather have somebody working for us that's going to take advantage of this shit, because maybe he'll take advantage of it for us too. You know what I mean? And I think that's where Trump's edge and his seemingly huge lead right now. Like, there's no way that Biden's up 14% or whatever it is.
I don't believe polls after 2016.
Oh, and again, the polls after 2016, but even then, those polls weren't wrong. Hillary won. But the polls right now match the polls in 2016.
Yeah.
Like, they're like the same. I never really believed polls. I never really cared enough to think about it. But one thing that made me not ever believe polls, if you go back in one of our old videos, it was the day before the election. It was the voting day. Like, they're about to vote the next day.
Oh, yeah.
The day before voting day, and the news company accidentally showed what's it called? A slide of Joe Biden over Bernie's. Joe Biden and Bernie's votes.
Oh, yeah.
But Biden was up by a lot, and they didn't even vote yet. Like, they fucked up.
Yeah, they put the graphic out too early.
Yeah, they put the graphic out the day earlier. I mean, if that's not enough for you to lose faith in the system around you, the country around you, and I don't want you to lose faith.
But here's
I want you to build faith in them by taking a more active role in it, if you care. You know?
Yeah, but at the same time, I could also see someone at the news, whatever, I don't know if they work at fucking News Dungeon. I could see them being like, hey, Joe, I need you to have that election result like graphic done, and then we can just punch in the numbers wherever. And the guy's just like, I think that too. He just puts proxy.
Well, why wouldn't you just put 0?
Maybe he was just trying to call it.
Whatever the number was, yeah,
But no, this is like not me. I know that they robbed Bernie, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They're not even. My whole point is.
I get it. No, you're not wrong.
And they're not honest.
You're not wrong. I'm not arguing that that's a false fucking idea. Yeah, they could. They could easily have already done that, sketched it up.
They still fucked it up because it makes them seem like. I mean, they are not trustworthy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing is I don't know. I don't know what the news is going to... I don't know if they did it on purpose or on accident, you know what I mean? But most of the time, I feel like it's probably on purpose.
I do want to say something, Charlie. I see that you're bringing back the mullet, and I really think that you're killing it, dog.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're fucking killing it,
Got a
dude.
little bit going on here.
Yeah, I mean,
Thinking about it.
there's been a lot of shit going on. I think we're gonna try to do more of these as often as possible. We've just been trying to wrap our head around the world, and really, it was hard to plant your feet anywhere and feel confident in what you're saying, unless you're just reading what it says or you don't care about truth. And sometimes it took a little bit too much research, or we were just being lazy. It could be whatever way you want to take it. All the above. But we'll be back. We'll be on again.
Oh, yeah.
This has been episode 9 of the Factual Practical Podcast. I'm Jump on Turtles.
I'm Charlie.
And thank you guys for watching.
Peace.
Check us out on YouTube. If you missed any part of this, it'll be up on YouTube. It'll be up on here too. Breast cancer awareness, guys.
Good night.